rolling with it.
The owner's lounge. Where exactly are you though?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? What is the
I'm in
owner's
Florida.
lounge? What is the redfish?
I'm in Florida and near the beach in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. I have the Delta variant already. I caught it at Walmart yesterday.
So the internet in Florida sucks.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting out of this.
So great.
Yeah. Guys, not to derail any potential conversation we could be having instead of this one, but I just wanted to bring something up, right? I'm tired of all these fries that I get from restaurants that are like, they're like the size of a whole fucking potato. You know what I'm talking about? Like these big steak cut fries. Everyone who wants to be fancy.
Fries.
It's ridiculous. I like shoestring fries, not this whole Idaho on a plate. I just wanted to bring that to the group's attention, I guess. I don't know.
No, absolutely.
I mean, Phil's still loading.
I think we're all with you.
Yeah, it's important to get out there.
Yeah.
Phil, are you with us?
Pulse of today's issues.
I am. I'm just gonna lay back in the chat tonight because my internet is like at least 30 seconds behind y'all. So I don't know if you can hear me right.
Okay, while your internet's bad, I'll talk about food things I hate some more.
Wait, hold on. So I saw, like the people do like the hierarchy of shit. They do like the pyramid of like, this is the best, this is the worst, like the tiers,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've seen people put steak fries at the top of the fucking fry pyramid. What
disgusting?
What psychopath? What like barbarian psychopath is putting steak fries at the top of their fucking fries?
Honestly, there's like slaughtering animals when you're like young, and then there's that, as signs of potential.
Par.
Enjoying steak fries, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they belong in the same place as Galvano's hard taco people for sure.
Oh, wait. Do we not like hard tacos?
I personally like hard tacos, but I understand that I'm trash.
They are not authentic. We can all agree
I
on
know
that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But
I love them.
I'm Mexican. Like I'll say, like there's a time and a place for hard tacos. I fucking love Taco Bell so much.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Embrace it. It's just don't be like, oh yes, I'm having my authentic tacos, and as you're sprinkling your cheddar cheese over your ground beef. It's fine otherwise.
We want to hear something sad. I think Taco Bell was ranked like the most popular or the favorite Mexican restaurant in the United States or something like that.
And I'm cool with
a little
that.
while ago.
You know, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that because, I really like to drink alcohol, and
this is true. It's definitely the top drunk food place in the U.S.
Yeah,
second,
exactly.
Second to Jack in the Box, maybe. If you guys have Jack in the Box?
No, East Coast it's Taco Bell pretty much. Yeah, or White Castle.
Have you seen Jack in the Box now has tiny little tacos?
I have seen the mini tacos.
I've heard they're terrible though.
They're great. They're
really
good.
Okay.
They're really good. Yeah.
I've never had Jack in the Box at all.
Imagine a tortilla chip that's folded in on itself.
Oh God, yes.
And with meat inside of it, that's just put in a fryer by some 14-year-old kid who's stoned at 1 a.m.
And now they have spicy ones, and they're bright red. They're like flaming hot Cheeto bright red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that also sounds great
run
too.
For their money.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so we lost Phil.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's gonna find better Wi-Fi.
He's got to search all Florida for better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. He's in Florida. We knew this was a risk.
Exactly.
Showing risky.
Anything from Florida is a risk,
Yeah.
Having me on the show, that's a risk. I'm from Florida, you know what I mean? Any moment I could start doing some Tiger King shit just out of nowhere. You don't know.
I was just talking to Ashley about how we both grew up in Florida and how you also grew up in Florida and how I hope that this podcast does not have Florida energy at all.
Oh God!
But it might.
It's called Succ.
Back in Florida.
Yeah. I don't think we're getting past that one as much as we might try.
I didn't realize the show was so stacked with Florida people.
Yeah.
This is dangerous. You guys.
It is dangerous.
I feel like I have Florida energy though, but that's part of my charm.
When you told me that, I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So,
does it make sense for me though?
A
No,
little.
I don't feel like I give off Florida energy.
I don't think
though.
you got Florida energy, bro.
No. Kim's got a little bit of Florida energy, though.
I got that crackhead energy.
Yeah, a little bit.
When you moved to Brooklyn, like, and just became that guy.
I came here, grew a beard. Yeah, that's it. I started a podcast. And the rest
they
is
don't
history,
have beards in Florida. Yeah.
No, that's not a Florida beard.
No, that's not a Florida.
This is a Brooklyn beard.
100% Brooklyn beard.
This is going to be really great for the audio listeners. We're like, yeah, that
Let's
sounds
describe
like
Matt's beard.
Yeah,
right?
please look into my beard.
It's imagine like an Amish beard, but then just start kind of trimming away at it.
Yeah, all the
hair
way
by
up.
hair. Up and up and up and up till about 1
Chiseled
centimeter away
jawline.
from the face.
Yeah.
He's got like a Captain Hook mustache. Like,
yeah, because it doesn't connect at all. It just
sides.
literally doesn't connect
got
at
like
all.
a Pringles kind of thing going on. Yeah.
All right, so first topic of the night is supposed to be, according to our list here, the Taliban tweets, which have been pretty awesome, I have to say.
Yeah.
Taliban's
Some
pretty
numerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we've heard from some, I guess, leftists, quote unquote leftists.
They just say whatever.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah. I believe. Yeah, they used to be called contrarians, and then for a while we called them assholes.
Yeah. No, we like the Taliban now. That's our thing.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. They're the good guys now.
I think everyone in this podcast needs to reject Western tradition and return to Allah. That's just my personal opinion. I think we could all stand to return to Allah just a little bit.
Big Taliban people.
Huge Taliban energy.
Yeah, this episode of the Succ is dedicated to the brave mujahideen fighters.
I have to say, it's like the whole Taliban, the whole like Afghanistan situation is like so hilariously like a microcosm of just like the U.S. just like going in there, just like getting a bunch of drug money, and then just like putting in like its own kleptocracy, and then being like, is this not like working out? And like just not defeating the other terrible people that are there, and then just being like, I don't know, we just left, and they just who fucking knew?
Honestly,
we're like a really toxic boyfriend who just like kills. And then like when we meet a new girl, we're like, yeah, my ex was crazy. I don't know, man. She was just nuts. Jeez.
I actually heard something interesting that U.S. Marines say. It's like a saying, right? So like whenever they're like having a hard day or whatever, they say to each other, "Embrace the suck." Right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's very like I felt like I had to embrace the suck today because like I had a very long day, right? I was like, it's hard to explain. We don't have to go into detail now. I ate some fries I didn't particularly enjoy.
Poor Kim.
She's being so brave about it.
And I was just like, I don't want to do this tonight. But I was like, embrace the suck, with 2 C's.
Here we
so
are. We're sucking.
But
now we're
the
here.
posting climate has just been such like, it's been bizarre in so many ways. There was one specific tweet that was just, how can I make the Taliban about me? That's the one I don't have in front of me, so I can't shout out that.
That's such a good joke. It's just great.
Is it a joke though? Because I feel like that has been they meant it as a joke.
Yeah.
But like that.
But we've seen it in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you sent us tweets where the people were literally making it about them.
Yeah, I believe 20 seconds later.
Yeah,
I didn't even look for it. It just came across my timeline, and I was like, well,
I am having such a difficult time personally with this.
Yeah.
I love the idea of like a bunch of white women charging crystals to fight the Taliban.
Yeah,
like
that was
great.
Yeah,
that was so
like
good.
The Taliban is a Taurus male. Like, fuck it.
Have you seen this one? There's this one where she was like, "Don't try to fight Allah on your own. He is too powerful." Yes. Did you see that one?
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Like he's like a demon god thing.
Just the suburban witches being like, we just can't defeat Allah. I don't know.
We've been trying.
Can I read just
We've been trying for years.
That one because it's so good. It's do not face Allah alone when astral projecting.
going into like Super Saiyan mode, like this like suburban witch, like.
Allah's power level is too
Yeah, Allah. His power level is so incredible.
But it's just he is so fucking powerful. I'm not at. Oh my god, they used the phrase power level. I was making a joke.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm not at a power level to do this alone. I barely escaped with my life, and I'm spiritually injured to a great amount, but I think I'll make it. I can't imagine what he would do to a new unsuspecting witch. I'm scared that I will have to face him again soon if I ever want to continue astral projecting. I'm currently burning healing incense and drawing spiritual energy from my crystals to try and heal as quickly as possible. So thoughts and prayers to the Allah witch.
I'm like picturing that. I'm picturing like a group of these witches going to like a Home Depot or like a Lowe's and being like, "What's the biggest quartz that you have? We need it now." And then like a guy with like just like coming out with like suspenders on, you know, like a 60-something-year-old guy, like I got one.
They're just like taking it back. Countertops, yeah.
Just like a forklift with a giant rock on it. Yeah, it's a quartz.
Also, I'm not making any statements here, but this the person's username on Reddit who posted this is dumbest_bitch. They chose that name. I didn't.
They're self-aware. That's great.
Yeah. So, and that subreddit is r/bewitch the Taliban. Okay. So it's a community.
Wow. Yeah. There's already a Reddit community around this.
Of course there is. Of course there is.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, this is I'm definitely going there right now, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't even the only post from our Bewitch the Taliban. The Taliban, as horrible as they've shown themselves to be, are very spiritually aware, and they routinely take steps to dispel, ward off, and weaken magic. I'm imagining that like they've got a guy. They've got like a spiritual guy who's like, as everyone else is like you know, they're riding their bumper cars and stuff, as we've seen in the videos. So, like, they've got one guy back at the compound who's like just focusing really hard, dispelling and warding
off spells. I just came across a post. It starts, "Hey witches," and then she says, genuinely asking because I'm curious. Mm-hmm. How will your magic work against warriors blessed by Allah, a literal god?
I've definitely seen threads following up on this. I saw I think it was a tweet that somebody was saying they tried to astrally project to challenge Allah. And Allah was did you already discuss that? Did I miss it?
Yeah, okay. Phil, sorry. That's that Florida internet, man. You're just like way behind.
Just catching up. I'm actually inside the owner's lounge now, y'all. So don't I'm like inside. So at any moment, like a 50-year-old, Southern debutante could walk in and be like, "What the fuck are you doing in here?" This is very risky. But the internet is pristine.
Wait, owner's lounge? Do you mean like his personal apartment or something? Like, where are you? Was the door locked? Did you come in through a window?
You had to grease some palms to get in there.
I had to crawl in a window.
Phil is infiltrating the bourgeoisie class of the Red Fish Inn or something.
No. I don't think we should show Phil. You are straight up breaking and entering right now.
Man, you got to edit this out. Got to edit this part out. But I do got to say, I have not missed the South at all. These people, like the whole time I've been here, like, and when I go to the pool, there's just like groups of like middle-aged people just talking shit about their friends for like 25 minutes straight. I'm just trying to sit in a chair quiet. I'm just being quiet, and they're all in a pool. Like, these motherfuckers, they go out to eat, and they treated me last time, and I tried to treat them, but Noel, they grabbed the check. Noel grabbed the check. I swear to God, I told him, I said, "Arthur, you got to make sure you grab the check. Grab the check. Don't let Noel get the check." I swear to these motherfuckers. I'm like, I can't believe this is happening, y'all.
Then they'll talk to you about fucking anything.
Noel shouldn't have grabbed the check.
This is where all the crumpled up like Seinfeld scripts go, I think.
Honestly.
Around this pool.
Yes, absolutely. And also I will say that every person here that has kids has like 6 kids. It's intense. Uh-huh. Like, I have 1 kid. That's cool and fine, depending on who you talk to. But like, even me, I'm like, God damn, 6 kids. My wife came up to me while we were swimming in the pool. She was like, "There's so many kids. I'm seeing double right now." Like, and it was true. There was probably 20 kids in this pool at one time. It was insane. I gotta
That's how they are, man. Those Florida women they're breedable. Like,
submissive and breedable.
Maybe not submissive, but breedable. Like definitely.
That's an interesting cross section. Is dominant and breedable.
Dominant and breedable. The old D&B.
Hair D&B.
It's weird to me because like my grandfather is one of 13 children, right? And like he's at the point where he was just like, please have one kid. Please just have a child. Like that's the state of the world now, like within like 2 generations, it's like we were just having as many kids as we could to like, please just have a child to replace people.
I'm the youngest of 5, acquired through various means. But like by the time I hit like 18, and like my friends were starting to have kids, and then especially as I got like through my early 20s and more friends were starting to have kids, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys, for being one of the 5. That sounds terrible. I'm really sorry to have done this.
It's important, Justine, where are you in the lineup though? Like, were you first, middle, last?
I'm the youngest. So I was the last. Well, me and my older sister were acquired at the same time, but I am the youngest of all of them.
Yeah, it's okay. Your parents had given up at that point. They just didn't, Trust me. They were like, I have no energy. If you live to 18, that's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Gold star.
Trust me, I relate. Like, the first kid is doted on, and the last kid is like, oh, you got your arm chopped off? Wow, that sucks. Here, let's go to put a Callaloo Band-Aid on that.
See, I don't know, man, because I'm a middle child. Okay, you know what
Tell
I mean?
us,
So,
what happened to the middle child?
Give us the blues. Give us the middle child blues.
I mean, just it's everything. You know what I mean? The oldest that she gets all the privileges or whatever. The youngest, he's the baby. And what about me? Literally, they would put me in the middle seat of the car, and they'd say it's because you're the middle one. Like there has to be like what? I don't know how they're
just like fuck you.
Yeah, basically, I don't know how they decide these things.
That's how you were being bullied in homeschool.
I didn't even know
that's
that was
exactly right. Yeah, I was homeschooled, but bullied very badly, nonetheless.
Basically, if you're the middle child, you are assigned to ride bitch for until you're old enough to drive.
And,
then you're like,
absolutely.
I will never ride bitch ever again. It's very personal for me. Don't ask. Okay.
That's your personal Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
Taliban.
Absolutely. And the Taliban are my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good soundbite that someone should just like cut it out. The Taliban are my brothers and sisters.
Let's give it to them again anywhere. Clean.
Tweet
that here first.
But that was a real tweet with someone saying, sorry, not sorry, I'm not going to care about Afghanistan because I grew up with an abusive father. Hearing the key in the door every evening was my own Afghanistan. Like,
imagine like seeing that and being like, I gotta make this about me. I gotta. Something's happening in the world. It's not as bad as what I went through.
Yeah. It's got like the thinking numbers meme happens for like 10 seconds and then gotta fucking tweet it.
I saw the same thing when Bob Odenkirk had I don't think he had a heart attack, but something along those lines. And people, it was Mike Fellows.
No, he did. Yeah.
Oh, it was
some kind of murmur.
But yeah, I think Mike Fellows was like, I love and respect Bob Odenkirk, but how can I make his heart incident about me or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever any kind of personal tragedy on a small or a national tragedy on like a small or large scale happens, my first thought is that what can I gain from this? Be it like personal.
What can I do here?
Personal recognition, wider clout, money if possible.
No, there's capital falling from the sky right now, and I just need to figure out how to harvest it.
Look, here's what I think we should do. I think we should all go around the room and each take turns telling a story about something that happened to us that was worse than 9/11. You know what I mean? Like, what was your 9/11?
Oh, I got arrested on my way to going to Burger King when I was 18, and when I got out of jail afterwards, they didn't have chicken fries anymore on the menu, which is what I was going to get, and that is worse than 9/11 for me.
That is 100% confirmed. Worse than 9/11.
Extremely tragic.
Yeah.
Is this the same time when you got your nails pulled off?
Yes.
Okay. I like that.
Jesus.
The callback is great.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm building lore, Phil. That's what I'm doing.
100%.
Justine, I've never felt closer to somebody other than when I found out that you've also been to prison and OD'd. So what is it that you did?
Oh, I got an OWI, which I think is a DUI for the rest of the country, but in the state of Iowa, it is operating while intoxicated.
Oh, they just had to make it weird. Yeah, they had to make it
I got very
It's an
drunk,
owie.
and I'd actually made it home, and then my asshole friend was like, "Doesn't Burger King sound so good right
That's
now?"
like the most, that's the most degenerate friend thing.
I was so mad too. I was outside of Burger, like I had my turn signal on to turn into the drive-thru, and then I saw the lights behind me, and I was like, "Well, I'm going to go to jail tonight. Why don't you guys grab the weed out of my dash really fast?"
Oh no.
And I did. I went to jail. It was great.
It was great.
Good times.
Oh my God, the era before 24-hour app-based Burger King delivery, just like, how do we live, you know? Like, now you can get anything. I can get Arby's and Dude multiple times a week delivered to my house without ever having to leave.
I was just having this conversation with someone. Do you think since like the advent of like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, do you think there's been any kind of market like decline in DUIs?
Yes, absolutely.
There's been a decline in me driving drunk for sure. Like,
there's got to be a marketing campaign that nobody would let go public, but I'm sure some marketing agency was like, "Yes, DoorDash. We're going to advertise DoorDash is going to reduce DUIs," and they were like, "No, absolutely, we're not going to do that." But I'm certain.
I mean, my ability to overpay entirely for tasty nuggies at any time of the night is a public safety issue, I think.
Yeah, it is really. They're doing us a service in a way that they should be credited
If
for.
you think about it, a 30% markup plus delivery fee is way cheaper than a DUI.
Yes.
Yeah. This actually brings me to my own personal Afghanistan, which is one time my order was canceled twice on Grubhub. 2 times consecutive.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Are you okay?
That was my Afghan. No, I'm not okay. I think about that every night when I try to sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Never
You're being
gonna be
so
okay.
brave about it.
I'm trying my best.
Honestly, we're here for you.
I'm so sorry. Was it a really good order too?
Yeah,
like
it was
it
a
what
great
you were
order.
really looking forward
It was
to
like it was my favorite Mexican joint, and it was and I ate both times. Terrible.
You know, something like this has happened to me where I was trying to order food for my sick friend. Well, she's not sick. She had just like broken her arm and she had surgery. And so she was like, in bed or whatever. Couldn't like get to the door. I get all the details worked out of where the food needs to be delivered to her apartment, everything. And then the guy gets there, the delivery guy gets there. And like, he tries to call me a bunch of times. He tries to call her. Finally, he calls her. And basically, long story short, she has to like drag herself out of bed, go all the way downstairs with a fucking broken arm, pick up the food, go all the way back upstairs, all because I was trying to do something nice, right? So like I don't know. It's very clear instructions. Sometimes you give these guys like door code is this, whatever, and they just don't. And I know because I was also one of those drivers for a while, and I never wanted to go inside anyone's apartment building.
No,
ever.
of course
not.
Never.
No, I don't blame them at all. But in that moment, I think that they don't deserve human respect.
In that moment, I do think they're worse than the Taliban, like easily.
They are.
Yeah.
They are absolutely worse than the Taliban.
I 100% relate to this because having a young baby child fresh home from the hospital, you will order food because you will be glad to eat anything at all. But if they knock on your fucking door, you will kill them, and you will sit back hours later and be like, wow, I'm such a privileged asshole that I'm ordering food off of the internet. I don't have to do that, yet I am going to kill somebody that brought food to my door and just chose to knock. Like, but yes, in that moment, I literally ran out of my house one time because this motherfucker knocked. There was a sign on the door that said, "Don't knock, please, God, don't knock." And he knocks, and so I run after him. I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see the sign." And I woke up my child. I was the one that woke up my child because I ran out and closed the door, like slammed the door. I was so pissed. Yeah, so I guess that'll be my Afghanistan. Very.
I like the idea of it saying, "Please God, don't knock."
Just gotta know,
like the desperation of like the sign.
Yeah, we used to.
For the love of Christ, please do not knock. And the guy's just like,
I will send y'all a picture of the sign when I get home because this is literally like the very begging to the Lord above, like, please do not fuck this up.
There's just
put the food down and walk away. Yeah, just leave. Just don't do anything at this point. But yeah, I get it. I mean, they're not looking. They're just doing that. They put the food, they knock, they walk away, and then they see. I've caught them one time. They hit the door, one knock, and then go, "Oh God." And they try.
Yeah,
it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Right, because they have another.
Should I take the knockback?
They're just on autopilot.
Yeah.
When I lived in Las Vegas, and I've never experienced this level of privilege since. I could order. I had the ability in my life to order weed through an app with my credit card 24/7.
Nice.
It was the best thing I've ever done in my life. Yeah. But I have a tiny dog. Matt knows my tiny dog. Some of you may be familiar.
Mochi.
And she barks so loud. She's a very loud barker. I don't know how that. She's a tiny little rat and has the most volume I've ever heard. So anytime anything would get delivered, I would always put it in the notes like, please. I would word it that same way. Please, God, do not knock. Like, I will do anything for you. Please don't knock. She's gonna bark so loud. My neighbors are so sick of my fucking dog. Please stop knocking. And yeah, I would get so infuriated. And then, like you said, Phil, like right afterwards, I would be like, I've just received like a half ounce of marijuana from the internet with a credit card, and I'm angry about any part of this process. It would get there in like 15 minutes, and I would still be mad about it.
It's amazing how quickly we adapt to modern conveniences and then can't go on without them. It's hard to go back to sitting in some guy's apartment and pretending to be his friend for like 20 minutes.
Oh my God,
that life, that college life.
And it was always like the same. They're like, I just can't be having people like in and out of here, bro. Like, they know anyway.
Right. Your apartment smells like literally the inside of like a sock. It's like so dank. Like, of course they know.
Yeah.
I do not miss waiting an hour, and I do not miss having to watch like half of the movie Belly just to get like a quarter of weed. I don't like this movie, but I'm gonna smoke this blunt with this guy because that's the process, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I had one specifically who was always like, have you heard the new Die Antwoord song? And I'm like,
I miss only being able to see half of Belly.
No, I had a guy in college that was like, I'd have to go there, and he'd be like, hey man, so you like electronic music, right? And I'd be like, yeah. And then he'd be like, have you heard of Fish? They have a couple of tracks in it. I was like, that, bro. Like, I'm like, do you know how pretentious I am? Like, I can't even pretend to like this. Like, I'll try my best, but I'm not gonna be able to do it. And he would put it on. He'd be like, see, it's like pretty good, right?
So much like to go from
how long do you have to be here?
Fish.
All of these like weed dealers have in common, it doesn't matter what their weird specific interest is. It could be fish, it could be like the worst movie you've ever seen,
swords or lizards.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, they
swords
love
are
lizards.
Cool,
but like the one like quality that they all share is that despite whatever their weird interest is, they have no self-awareness about the fact that the people around them have no interest in it whatsoever.
I mean, you smoke weed for a living, basically. I mean, how would you have any self-awareness? I mean, I miss those days. I wish
Phil,
Yeah.
I need
I
you
mean,
to know
mine's
I
almost
basically
gone,
at this
you know?
point smoke weed for a living. Like that's what we're doing here
Okay,
today. That is
fair.
what I
That's
do for a
fair.
living. I make my
Likewise.
internet pictures, I make my little jokes once a week, and I spend the rest of the time basically not conscious. It's just posting and naps, baby.
I remember having one guy that would like he'd always put Cottonmouth Kings on. Like Cottonmouth Kings were just always on in his fucking apartment.
That's a classic weed guy thing.
Yeah, but it was like it's like thinking back. I remember just being like, man, he just loves that band. Like, why? It's like they're terrible, you know. But then like thinking back, like man, it was like also like the most cliche thing this specific guy could be listening to all the time, you know.
I think they make weed guys in a lab.
They do. He's like, there's a type of guy, you know.
Weed guys are no longer born; they're made. I had
there's
this
slight variations on the model. But
oh yeah,
oh yeah.
I had this one dealer who he had the strangest process. Like, I guess he had spent some time in prison or whatever for dealing. So of course he gets out. He goes right back to doing the same thing as you do.
Well, yeah.
And like, so he was just like weirdly paranoid, you know? So like whenever me and my girlfriend, we would go to like pick up weed from him, he would meet us at like the parking lot of a Kroger, right? And then she would get in his car and then he would start driving and then I would follow behind them. And then we would go to a different parking lot and then she would get out back in my car and then we would both go our separate ways. Like it's some mafia shit.
Yeah.
Like that looks way more suspicious than just like, you know, shaking hands in the parking lot, bro. Like it looks like we're up to some nefarious gangster shit.
Yeah, that's the stuff I did when I was buying like serious drugs. Like you don't do
that for weed. You just don't.
That's so unnecessary.
This is like Mr. Robot shit. Like I'm about to steal like the top CEO's credentials of the most massive bank ever. But no, I'm getting a dime sack actually.
Yeah. I'm getting like I'm getting a dub.
I mean, I felt like it was overkill when, like I said, I was buying like real drugs. Because it was like, it's always like you would meet the two cars at like one location, and then like we'd follow him to a secondary location, and then like the one person would get out and go in the car, and then there's a follow up, and then you get to the third location. It's like, if I'm gonna get arrested, it's not worth like.
I honestly, I would rather get arrested. Honestly, at that point, you know.
Yeah.
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah,
Please.
especially when it's taken you like 4 hours of like I'm pulling up, I'm almost there just to get to that point.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
I would just commit suicide by cop at that point. Just...
Yeah. I'm calling the police to bust this right now.
I'm here, bitch. Just reaching into my pockets frantically.
I'm just thinking about how much worse the weed used to be back then too. Like that you would put in all. But at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I would do all that just to get that shitty weed again because I can't.
I love shitty weed
I
too.
can't handle the good weed anymore. It's not fun for me.
I hate the good weed. It's too much.
Imagine
I like my shitty
Imagine I could go to a store in Colorado, but instead I just go switch to 3 different cars to get like some brick weed from Mexico.
Yeah, just shitty brown brick weed. Yeah.
I'm proposing officially Mids dispensary.
Yeah, they need that.
No, I want the swag dispensary.
And you have to wait so long. And
you have to go there and watch Billy Madison or something like that for a while.
You have to watch half of Belly on every screen. And it just once it gets halfway through, it loops over again.
Yeah, it just stops randomly.
It's the DVD menu for How High.
Yeah. Over and over again. Yeah.
I actually developed a very long-term relationship with my weed guy back when I lived in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, to the point that we were like starting a band together. He would call me in the middle of the night, and like so I was part of like a Fish type of hippie crew back then, and he was like very much hip hop, and he thought it was so cool that we were like fusing, you know, jam band and hip hop. And one day, I don't know what he was doing. He was meeting up with some guy that was you know, like a Hispanic rapper, and he just thought, oh, this is it, right? And he's calling me up at like 2 in the morning just to talk to me like, yo, Phil, this is it. We're going to combine white dudes, black dudes, and Hispanic dudes, and this is going to be
There's going to be one race.
I love his mentality, though. I love that was like, we're doing it, man. We're solving racism.
I never saw him again after that call.
You never saw him? What the hell happened?
I don't know, man. I would love to know. That was my Afghanistan.
Yes.
Should we talk about cake posting at this point? Or is that
Yeah, we got Taliban for 34 minutes here.
We don't.
So weirdly, I have a weirdly relevant cake anecdote, actually, or cake on Facebook anecdote. It's not really anything. It's just back forever ago when I used to be like I used to do like political blogging articles and stuff like that. And Cake shared one of my articles on their Facebook page, like forever ago.
That's why they're shadow banned, is what you're trying to say, right?
That's what I'm trying to get at. The long and short of it is, I infected them with my e-virus.
The opposite of your Afghanistan.
What was the article?
Yeah, no, this is like I don't know. What was the article? I don't know. Something about corporations hiding taxes overseas, I think is what it was.
They do love doing that.
Oh, okay.
As they do, you know. Mm-hmm. And Cake thought that was a good thing to share, I guess.
I only brought it up because I'm referencing Mike Fellows again tonight because I feel like he needs some referencing right now. But like Mike is getting suppressed heavily on Instagram for whatever many reasons. But like I just noticed that Cake, for the listeners out there, we've already discussed this, but they don't know. I'm talking about Cake the band because they post a lot of political shit. And they're just being totally suppressed by Facebook. And I just found that hilarious for some reason. They have like 500,000 followers because they're Cake, the band. And the last post I saw from them had like 40 reactions.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That proves the shadow banning that it exists, right?
Absolutely.
That's the best proof I found. Because usually it's just... No, I mean, usually it's people who are justified in thinking that it's happening, but then I'm like, well, yeah, but is it really happening, or is it just...
Yeah.
You know, is it
sometimes it's not justified. You're being nice, but yeah, sometimes it's like, wow, come on, you. Yeah.
You know, usually if somebody's post
likes than you normally do.
Yeah. If somebody's post starts underperforming, it's just...
Didn't get any engagement.
Yeah.
You must be so banned.
Like, we're not trying
That's what I do every time. Every time I bomb, I'm like, I'm shadow banned.
Yeah. It's the perfect out.
They finally got me.
Joke. This is not a flop. This is simply I'm being targeted.
It's somebody else. It's Russia. Russia did it.
Yeah. Yep. It's the bots.
Yep.
The bots did it.
But yes, absolutely, there is shadow banning, and not on me because my posts do often suck really bad. But when you can have 500,000 followers and get
that's impossible.
40 reactions. You know what's super weird though? The reason it stuck out to me is because Facebook sent me a notification and it said Cake has a new status update. So I'm like, who fucking cares?
Contradicting the shadow ban.
Like, who the fuck cares about Cake? Like, I don't care about Cake, but I'm like obsessive about notifications. I have to clear them. Like, they bother me if I don't.
Yeah, me
so I'm
too.
like, click, Cake, click, and I'm like, I click Cake after getting a notification, right? 40 something reactions. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
So Phil, would you say that their posts are not going the distance?
No.
I'm really sorry, guys.
I'm muting her
since the.
No, I think she pretty much topped off that. We can't really go any further with that subject. I don't know.
I'm really sorry.
So Cake is shadow banned, but like, is Cake Boss shadow banned? That'd be something to look into next.
Interesting. Does anyone follow Cake Boss on Facebook?
Tidbit for.
I have something to say about Cake Boss. Okay, so I would think that Cake Boss sucks. I don't know, because I assume.
What do you mean?
I would assume
sucks at Cake, or just like as a person.
I thought he'd be I thought that he'd be like because when he was like super big, his shop and shit in Hoboken was like super popular and shit. And I figured like, oh, it's all like all that fondant shit. It all looks nice. Yeah. Well, I decided I was like, you know what? I'm in the area. I'll go stop by the Cake Boss spot in Hoboken. I'll get a cake. I was going to get it for my mom's birthday. And I got it. And the cake was fucking banging. It was a boss cake.
I've always wondered like what's going on under that fondant. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it was good.
I want to see under that fondant.
Fondant. I don't fuck with fondant. That's fucking terrible shit. What is that?
Me too. I think it's terrible, but
it's like Play-Doh.
It's just for aesthetic value.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
you know.
So I went to go check on his potential shadow ban. Doesn't seem that way. He's doing numbers left and right. You know.
Damn. I mean, good. I mean, good. I guess. I don't know.
Doing numbers. However, I did just get reminded of what he as a guy looks like, and he looks like.
Wait, is he a billionaire? Can we make fun of him?
I don't probably.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cake Boss is a billionaire.
Yeah, we're allowed to. We can body shame him.
Billionaires Club. Jeff Bezos. Cake Boss.
He looks like someone took the essence of New Jersey and formed it into a man.
Yeah, he could be my relative. No joke.
This is not body shaming. This is just observation.
This is New Jersey shaming.
Yeah, this is Jersey shaming, which is okay.
He does look like he should have like a Restaurant Impossible, or what is the guy that does undercover bars or something? I don't remember.
John.
Yeah, he looks like
he's the. I think he's the next evolution of Buddy Valastro. Is that guy?
He's our rescue guy. Yeah, I feel like he has a political career potentially.
Oh wow.
You know? He could be like John.
Cafferty.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Well,
no,
I'm voting for Cake Boss now for president.
Absolutely.
Gonna write him in.
Whether he's running or not, we should all commit to writing him in. We should get our listeners to write in Cake Boss.
You heard it here first, folks, on the Succ. This will be coming in 2024. I'm sure of it. We've started the wave.
I'm going to set a reminder in my phone for 2024 to get back up on this. We're going to circle around. We're going to touch base.
Just leave it kind of cryptic. Write them in.
Write them in.
Write it.
So am I mistaken in believing our domain name is thesucc.me? Is that correct?
No, that's it.
It is.
Yeah.
You're
Holy
welcome.
Crap. Yeah. That's amazing. I can't believe that was free.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is our domain name.
Shout out, Justine grabbed it for $1, just like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, you won't believe this, but for $1, purchase the most incredible domain name.
Yeah. And let's jump to the GoDaddy ad.
Speaking of sucking, I guess OnlyFans is they're banning OnlyFans from OnlyFans.
I know. What the fuck?
I literally, I don't even know why they exist anymore. What is the point?
Yeah, I don't know what the game plan is there. That was it just seems like the obvious thing where what that's what you do, you know? That's
well, they've been onboarding celebrities for a while. I can't think of the name. There was a really high profile influencer that joined, and I think all these people thought, oh, they're gonna do,
Rachel Dolezal?
Yes, exactly. We've all been waiting for the day that Rachel Dolezal would join OnlyFans.
I subbed.
Have you considered the idea that the move to ban sexually explicit content from OnlyFans is a direct consequence of Rachel Dolezal?
They just would rather nuke the whole thing.
Yeah, we're flying too close to the sun here, boys. Shut it down.
Just ended the whole platform. It's over. I'm sorry. Cameo, we should have known when she was on Cameo, but OnlyFans was the last straw.
I was the lucky recipient of a Rachel Dolezal cameo.
Nice.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Tommy Loren one done for me.
Wow.
Oh, that's incredible.
I sent that, Yeah, she congratulated me for owning the libs a bunch.
I have some really nice friends. No one's ever gotten me a cameo from a conservative or,
we might change
liberal
that.
grifter. I don't know. I heard Rudy Giuliani's going to be on Cameo here shortly, so everybody get ready.
Naturally.
Do you guys all want to chip in for a grifter cameo for Phil? I
feel
like
please.
Yeah,
I think we do.
He deserves a Rudy.
Yeah, he deserves a Rudy too. Getting Rudied.
Do you think if we request it, he would put the hair dye on and just let it drip?
Honestly, you throw him $10 extra, I bet he'd do anything.
He would literally do anything.
Could we get him to fart as he talks again?
Yeah,
I would love that.
My God, dude.
Yeah, fart while you're gulping a glizzy.
Oh God!
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I saw him, and I was 90% sure he shat himself while he was talking. He was standing very upright, and he was clenching very clearly, and he was just shuffling off stage, and I was like, oh, pretty sure Rudy Giuliani just shat himself, man. new low. This guy can't get lower.
I don't know, because isn't that just kind of how he is all the time? Like, he carries himself with the energy of someone who's just shat himself constantly. He's got shitty pants energy, I guess.
Honestly, based on where he's at right now, Phil, I feel like if you tossed him like a Chipotle gift card, you could get him. You could book him in on late night with you. No problem.
He loves that sofritas.
Include enough for extra guac. Like
I would have nothing to talk about. I'd be like, so Rudy, shit your pants lately? I don't know.
Oh my god, I would pay so much money, like in Patreon subscription, whatever, just to see that interaction happen.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani, come on the Succ, please.
Yeah. Come on, Rudy.
Rudy, we think you suck. Come suck with us.
Yeah, you don't have like a whole lot going on right now. Might as well come on our podcast.
Yeah, it's like, what are you, busy?
There's not going to be another Borat movie, so you know.
No.
Exactly. We're picking up where you left off.
Imagine if he voluntarily signed on to a third Borat movie, just out of meta, referential, like somebody trying to rehabilitate Rudy for a new political run. They're like, look, you got to go on Borat 3. Trust me. This is going to the liberals are going to be all about it.
They're going to be owned.
Oh, they're going to be owned. Sorry, yeah.
They're going to be so owned.
What do you think Rudy Giuliani's personal 9/11 was?
Fucking kid, man.
I have a hard and strong theory about this, and it was when it came out that Trump was like lighting him up in private when he's like, "Oh, he's always on his phone." Pause. He's watching cartoons.
So you don't think it was the actual 9/11?
No.
The thing is, he was sitting there going, "This is my 9/11."
He just says that as soon as it happens. Holy shit, my 9/11's happening.
I love when we get.
This is it, boys.
We gotta go back and animate this whole thing to just make the words coming out of an animated Rudy's mouth. This would be so good. Do we talk about OnlyFans anymore? I feel like that.
Well, I just wanted to say that for the pod, I subscribe to Rachel Dolezal's.
Wait,
content.
You really did?
Just for the pod. I'm not. I don't. I'm gonna
just
jerk.
For the,
I'm gonna jerk off to it for the pod too.
Did you really subscribe or not? I mean, did you really get the sub or not? And I got
for the pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe you. I think that you're saying that.
Share your screen.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, share your screen right now.
I need to know if
she has some niche content I may have paid for separately, so I don't really want to share my screen.
Do you think Rachel Dolezal has pink nipples? Because that would be problematic, I think. Personally.
She does.
Am I wrong?
She does.
No, you're right.
I think somebody heard me say it.
She like paints them. She sprays them.
Instead of bleaching her nipples, yeah.
I'm just enjoying Phil looking behind him, seeing if anyone heard him say that.
I'm constantly on guard, you guys. I'm trying to have hot takes without getting like canceled in person. Like, it's one thing to get canceled online, but I don't want some 50-year-old.
You don't want to get Florida canceled.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Yeah,
get
just imagine
canceled.
you guys. Somebody walks. They're like right here, and they're like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
You're gonna get brought before the Owners Lounge Council. Like, sir, we heard you talking about Rachel Dolezal's nipples. I don't know how much longer you had planned in your stay here, but I'm gonna need you to go pack.
It makes sense that they would be defending her. Like, Florida loves overly tan people. You know what I mean? Like, it's just their thing. That's like their queen.
I'm picturing her like she's using the spray tan on her nipples, and then she's like goes to, she's like, gonna have sex or something like that, and then you just see the nipples like running like
like
his hair, and it's just like running down.
This is the darkest version of this conversation, and it's my fault. And I'm not ashamed of that.
You brought us here, man.
You took us
where
here.
it needs to go. Really there was no other way to address this situation. But I'm very, very curious because I do feel like, she's at a low point, but this could bring her lower, perhaps. I don't think she knows what door she's opened.
Well, she doesn't have much time because
she's got 2 months. Right, 2 months.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah, but they just said like on the OnlyFans, from what I've been reading, it's like only some. They're very vague about what it is they're explicitly banning. Like I think there's still going to be like sexy content on it. It's just not.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's
hardcore stuff.
Yeah, I think it's basically going to be like nudity's okay, but you can't,
But don't be sexy and naked. Be like Greek statue naked.
Yeah,
Is that
I feel like it's a very
exactly. It's like the
full
PG-13 fuck. Like you can't say fuck like you want to fuck. You can only say fuck like fuck. And you can. So it's like you can only be naked if you're just like doing it to express resignation or like anger.
Just like taking.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, there's just a bunch of people going on OnlyFans, just like storming into rooms, just going shit.
I feel like
that's actually perfect because I've had to pay a lot for custom content in this style, and if that's going to be the new default, perfect. Beautiful.
It's gonna really upset the custom content economy.
Yeah.
Is this the same as the remote up the butt kid? Is that basically the same kind of Does everyone remember that?
God,
his World of
Yeah,
Warcraft?
that's a classic.
Or something? Okay.
Yeah,
that's basically the future of OnlyFans is remotes.
So OnlyFans banned horniness. I wish Facebook would ban horniness. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's the platform that don't need it. Fuck.
I want to agree, but I also think I would get kicked off way too fast.
I would go to horny prison. That sounds awful.
I think what they should do is probably. I think that Facebook should ban horniness in my message requests.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a horniness optional button, like your privacy settings. You got your privacy settings. Who can see your posts? Can people be horny? Click yes or no.
No, I'm thinking like you go in there, and if it's like it's like 3 a.m. and you go like there's like a dial. You go like make it really horny. Make my DMs super horny right now.
I got a point. Ashley had brought up horny prison, which I think makes way more sense than what most people talk about, which is horny jail, which makes no sense at all. Did you know that when you said that? Was that the
You're
point?
already in horny jail?
No, well, I'm already in a horny jail. What?
No, not you. No, sorry.
No.
Wait, who here is horny? What is going on? I
hope we all are on the Succ. I mean,
anyone who's horny is already in horny jail. Horny prison is where they put you when
Okay, yes.
Matt, stop raising your hand. Matt's raising his hand.
Just a bunch of horny fellas.
Yeah, horny jail is already where you're at, right? I mean, if you put people into horny jail, it just becomes a weird, it's like it becomes
an overcrowded horny jail.
Just a lot of.
It's just a horny.
And then you're letting people out early, and
eyes wide shut.
I've been in horny jail since I've been like 13. I have never escaped. I can't get out. I don't know how to.
Are you broadcasting from horny jail right now?
Yeah, at all times.
Wow.
That's why there's a guitar so that he can play Wonderwall.
That's actually your only protection in horny jail.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I will right here, right now.
Yeah.
Please play Wonderwall.
Do it, Matt. Play Wonderwall.
Yeah, that would be great.
Play Freebird.
People will love
Before the season ends, if we have seasons, we'll get Matt to play Wonderwall for the pod.
Okay. All right, yeah. I think that's fair.
Our final episode, perhaps. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. That'll close out the
swan song.
Well, I was just imagining.
Or alternatively, Patreon only release.
Oh,
yeah, that's a Patreon only release. Yeah, when we actually make a Patreon.
Yes. But then they will pay our Patreon for Matt not to do that.
Let me just stop doing that, please.
If you want Matt to not play Wonderwall on this week's episode, pay us $1 on Patreon.
Yeah. And every week they miss, that's all you get.
This is a great model.
It's not even just that he's going to be playing it on the episode. He's going to be messenger calling you every single night, playing it over and over.
Yes.
Hi, I noticed that you set your dial to super horny. I want to play some Wonderwall for
you. And then we're going to move right into some Jason Mraz.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you own a fedora, Matt?
Matt, please.
No, I
Really?
don't. I have. I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
I got this.
Oh,
you
my
get the
God.
newsboy cap though. It's close enough.
No, it's just a regular.
Oh, okay. Very
cool.
flat
Sorry,
bill
I'm
though.
not.
So
Yeah.
That was really suspicious for a second there.
It was. I'm trying to think if I had anything super embarrassing here, but I don't.
we've already covered the acoustic guitar. It's all good.
I was
You're
gonna
covered.
say,
That's the only-
What's your headwear 9/11? The next episode.
Oh, I have one. In high school.
You had dreads.
Did you wear an Indiana Jones hat?
No, I wore a flat cap.
Oh, that's
not all the time, but
yeah.
I did wear one. I was one of those guys. I was like, oh yeah, this is a cool thing because I'm like punk, you know. Like I wear a flat cap. Like no, it's not a good look. It doesn't look good on anyone.
It's not that bad. It could have been worse. It could have been a fedora. You know?
I thank you, Kim. I know that you're lying, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, I am just trying to make you feel better. But
it is better than the worst headgear. Yes, it is better than that.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's it. No one's gonna top that. Oh, great. Okay.
I mean,
look. I used to have a fedora.
Yeah,
I had
that's
two
what I was gonna
fedoras.
say. So you know, I figured.
Oof. I never had that. Thank God.
I always wanted a fedora, but I could only get a newsboy cap.
You had a newsboy cap too?
You didn't think it went much lower.
I had a fedora that was in the very 2012 flannel hipster girl fedora time period, which I think is a little bit different.
All right.
I did also go through the swag 5950 cap thing. That was really
that feels right. That feels correct.
Yeah.
Did any of you do the fucked up Uggs? Did any of you have the fucked up Uggs? No Uggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definite Uggs.
Yeah, where they're so fucked up and gnarly from being wet, and they're the bottoms are fucked up and they're folded in on themselves.
They were my only pair of shoes for a hot minute.
I had the cable knit sweater Uggs too.
Oh yeah, the classier. Yeah.
I just had Jinkos. That was my fucked up, bottom foot area apparel.
Yeah.
I
it was
wore
1998.
I wore trip pants. I can't relate to the Uggs or anything.
I also had
so
trip
cool.
pants. I had a really confusing adolescence.
I never wore trip pants. No, I wasn't cool enough for that. I switched fairly quickly to skinny jeans.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah,
Matt.
Yeah.
It took a while for me to go from the big boot cut torn up because they're 2 inches too long, getting all scraped up by my Adidas. That I'm still wearing 5 years after Korn, Jonathan Davis died or whatever. Wait, he's still alive. Anyway, but
it's definitely still alive.
I don't know.
When he died in your heart.
Exactly. But yeah, and then I finally got around to skinny jeans, and then they started to try to bring back low rise boot cut, and then I just said, it's over for me.
Did you guys ever wear flares?
I allow.
I did.
Oh,
yeah. I wore boot cuts all throughout high school, with the tight crotch and leg area, thigh area, and then the flare. Because I thought I was literally in the Mars Volta. That was
I've just been wearing cargo pants and shorts for at least 15 years now.
Honestly, that's a standard, timeless guy look. Honestly, that's the cargo.
That's a guy look.
Yeah,
my wife.
That's just being a guy.
I'm pretty sure she would throw them away if I wasn't paying attention to my. I only have
if you weren't holding.
You didn't guard your pants.
I do.
Yeah. Well, you've got the key. You've got the key to the dumpster in the cargo.
And many keys
pockets. Yeah, all the keys are in those pants.
You're a dad. You're supposed to look like that. You're also now a double dad. So
that's right. The children is in the cargo pockets. Are you kidding me?
Just pulling it out. Crying child.
This is utilitarian. Trust me. I say this all the time.
Like Cheerios in one. Feeding the baby
doing
Cheerios.
Tactical parenting right now.
Yeah.
Right. You don't need a changing table when you got a flat place and some cargo pants.
Trust me. You just throw the baby, the diaper in there, you shake it up, they come out. It's just beautiful. But look, we're getting closer to the end of this episode. I wanted to bring up something I thought was hilarious for us because I've been watching my friend Lauren Fields on Facebook make people into Sims on The Sims 4, and I just thought how hilarious it would be if the Succ had a house on The Sims 4. The host of the Succ.
Oh my god, yes.
Can we get her to do it?
Yes.
Can we
I think
her?
now that we've brought it up on this episode, I think we could hopefully make that happen.
And then we should report back what the Sims do.
So
I think that'd be a very useful
that would be
psychoanalysis sort of thing.
We could create a live Twitch stream, right, of all of us. Just set it on auto at triple speed and just see who dies first, or who has like 7 children, or
I can't wait to be stuck in a room without doors, just pissing myself,
just crying and pissing yourself, and like
all day and night.
Being stuck in a pool.
My sim somehow got addicted to fentanyl, and like
you just added that into The Sims. We added fentanyl to The Sims,
but like just for my character, it's really fucked up. It feels really targeted.
We have the mod, the only sim mod ever created to add the hardest drugs ever to the game.
Hard drug mod.
Oh my god.
The sim cop is touching fentanyl and accidentally overdoses.
I just imagine all of us as that one meme where they're like, the baby's on fire and we're all like, sorry, mommy's shit posting right now. It's like, that's essentially the cover for this episode, I think. I mean,
I think that's the way.
Too cliche. We'll have to fix it up a little bit, but yeah, that's basically it.
I'm opening Photoshop as we speak.
Maybe something of a witch battling a law.
Yeah, that might be.
Well, I'm curious. The reason I brought it up is if you were going to make Sims of your friends in your, whatever you want to call it, Twitter's, Facebook circle, who would you, 2-3 people, who would you love to see in a simulation? I don't know why I said it that way, but yeah, The Sims 4.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely making Matt, and he's gonna have the guitar, but he's never gonna like learn it fully. It's gonna
I should have moved that fucking thing. I should have moved it. I knew it.
It's on you,
it's gonna stay at the 1% skill level, and like when he plays
that's about right. That's honestly about right. Yeah.
The little relationship bar is gonna go down whenever he plays it to somebody. So I'm definitely making Matt for sure, just so that can happen.
It's hard for me to answer this question because I always just fuck with Sims like really hardcore. Like I'll just lock them in a room with no fire alarm and like 3 million stoves and just kind of wait and just like see what happens. I wouldn't want to do that to one of my friends.
That's like steak fry behavior.
It is honestly a little steak fry, It's like number 3 on the list of traits.
This is Kim's personal Afghanistan was.
Honestly.
I think it might be smarter to go the opposite direction, and I would just choose like online personalities that I would want to like sociopathically torture in The Sims.
I love that.
You notice how she said that? She said me first. That was the first person.
It's a weird Venn diagram, Matt. I'm sorry. You happen to be in the middle of it. I don't.
People I hate, and then Matt too.
Who is the guy that we've been talking about in the chat that did the Afghanistan?
Patrick Lawler.
Yes, Patrick Lawler. We have to make a sim of him. For sure.
Right out with the name.
As soon as we get off, I'm spending money immediately to download The Sims 4. I am creating the epic TikTok soldier in The Sims 4, and I'm going to drown him over and over and over.
Like a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
As it zooms in on him with the eyebrow up.
It's a shame he's already been blocked. That you've already been blocked by him because you could have sent him videos of this. It would. We'll take that on for you. I'll be happy.
Someone's gonna have to take one for the team.
I'm following him right now.
I never use Twitter. I'm happy to get blocked for, or permanently banned for.
He was like rapid fire tweeting through it yesterday or the day before, and it was like every 5 seconds it was a new so now I just wanted to kill brown kids. Now I just wanted to steal from the village. And I feel like I just need someone to send him the screen recordings of his sim being drowned over and over. And we're going to see a post that's like, okay, now the Twitter leftists want to see me drown. Oh, please, I'm begging. Someone's got to do it for me.
They're picturing like the little sim guy. Oh, so
How do you say okay champ in Simlish?
We just have to send it from the Succ Twitter account. That's basically
that's I forgot I have access.
Yeah, you got to do it from
there. Make sure you save that for the perfect.
Got to open it up with cyberbullying right away,
and then close it right down by force.
I'm really glad that it's on record, on air, that I have permission from all 5 of you to cyberbully anyone at any time from our official account.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You have permission from me, somebody whose name isn't my name.
We have very little to lose on this podcast at this point. I mean, literally. I think
literally
Matt's
just going into a vacuum.
$9 for Podbean. I think that's about it.
Yeah, it's pretty low stakes right now. So
if anybody,
I just made a statement recently that I'm really glad that I'm on a podcast with 6 people now, because that means I have 5 people who are directly liable for everything I post. You've condoned tacitly everything I say, and let me tell you, it's going to get worse from here, because now you have to defend it. You have to.
If one of us gets canceled, we have to you have to address it. You can you're like, oh yeah, I don't know, Justine. I don't know, she was on my podcast. Sure.
No. So episode 3 is basically the very quiet and serious episode where we're like, so thank you guys for listening. We gotta address the elephant in the room. Justine did kill someone on Twitter.
Episode 3 is going to be our Notes app apology episode.
Us comprising it, the apology together, shopping it.
It's the quiet.
We're all going to show up. We're all gonna show up, no makeup, fake tears. So it's taken us a while to do this, and it's not because we didn't want to. We just wanted to have our heads straight, and really.
Sorry we didn't respond faster. We had a family emergency. All 5 of us, each had a different,
separate family emergency,
consecutive emergencies, and we
One of my family members went to Burger King and got a DUI. I had to deal with that. I'm sorry.
And then they didn't have the menu item they were looking for, and that was their personal Afghanistan.
We had to take time to take in what was going on in Afghanistan, and you know how that is. So
one of my relatives got the fries at Burger King, and they were the fries at Burger King, so that was their personal Afghanistan.
They truly are shit.
It's actually really selfish of you as an audience to expect emotional labor from us while we're going through the Afghanistan situation, the fry situation. Do better as an audience, please.
Honestly.
Cash App in bio.
Wow, well, I think that's a great place to wrap up this episode. We got all the low points, high points right there, and callbacks.
A lot of low points.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Cash App in bio.
Episode of this show.